So eye health, what you don't see matters most. So we often take our eyesight for granted. Until it starts to fade, right? So eye health isn't just about reading an eye chart. It is a window into your overall well-being. So the same oxidative stress, inflammation, and nutritional deficiencies that affect, say, your heart or your brain or your muscle tissues, they also impact your eyes. So here are a few reasons why vision declines. One, oxidative stress. So constant exposure to blue lights. Okay. I know that's an issue for me. I know that is. And UV rays create free radicals and damage the retina. Poor circulation is another cause of the decline in eyesight. High blood sugar, high blood pressure, dehydration even. It can reduce blood flow to the tiny capillaries that feed your eyes. You know, one of the signs of insulin resistance is broken capillaries in your eyes. So the whites of your eyes appearing a little red could be that you're dealing with some insulin resistance. Nutrient deficiency. So the eye requires specific antioxidants like lutein, vitamin A, C, E, zinc, omega-3s, stuff like that to stay clear and sharp. Mitochondrial decline. So your retina is one of the most energy-hungry tissues in the body. And when mitochondria weaken with age and your vision weaken with age rather, and oxidative stress, your vision can blur or even dim. I knew it, you know, I've said it before, and I'm just kind of like waiting for someone else to confirm, because I don't like putting stuff out there unless I know for sure. But the cellular reset, I believe, has helped my vision, because I was needing my readers bad, and things were very blurry there for a while. And I don't use them nearly as much anymore. So if you're taking the cellular reset, if anybody's out there, listen to me. If you're taking the cellular reset, will you start paying attention to your vision? And if you notice any changes, please text me, because I like to say that. I like to have three people telling me that that's the case before I go out there and open my big mouth. So if you're taking the cellular reset and you notice anything with your changes in your eyes, please text me. Please text me. Okay. Okay. Toxin exposure, heavy metals, artificial fragrances, processed foods, they all burden the liver, which plays a role in filtering waste that affects the eyes in traditional Chinese medicine. You know, I like to go back to traditional Chinese medicine. It just makes sense, you guys. It just makes a lot of sense. So how do you build stronger vision naturally? Well, you got to feed your eyes, right? So eating brightly colored foods, things like kale, egg yolks, pumpkin seeds, blueberries, red peppers. You can also take omega-3s, right? We have a wonderful one called Omega Guard, and then the cellular reset, because it helps reduce oxidative stress at the cellular level. Also, you want to take things like CoQ10, because that supports glutathione production. B complex as well. So you want to make sure you're getting methylated B complex. Sulfur-rich foods like garlic and onions all support your eye health. And then hydration's a big part of it too. So dehydration thickens blood and limits oxygen delivery to the eyes. You cannot hydrate with water alone. Okay, you've got to use some salt in your water, because the salt is what the cells grab and bring the water into the cell. So a lot of times people, I saw something funny today about, you know, Americans being obsessed with water supply. Everybody's walking around with what did the post say? Something like a support water bottle. You know, have you seen these things? They're just these, I can't remember what they're called, but the big, huge ones. I don't know. I'm not really a fan of carrying that around everywhere you go. I think you should be, you know, drinking water and hydrating with electrolytes, and you won't need to carry around a garbage bin size water cup. It's pretty funny, actually, because we didn't do that when we were younger. Daily movement. So walking, stretching, rebounding. You want to make sure you're taking care of lymphatics, right? So you're keeping your sewage system, your lymph system moving and clearing out any congestion. Also, protect your eyes from light damage. Limit screen time. If you can't limit, you got to use blue light filter glasses. Okay. Get 10 to 15 minutes of natural sunlight every single day, right? It regulates melatonin, sets that circadian rhythm, right? That we talk about all the time, but it also helps eye muscle function. So, another one is support liver and kidney health from a traditional Chinese medicine perspective. In traditional Chinese medicine, the liver opens into the eyes. Here are some things to support your liver. You can do a liver DTX, which I love from our line of products. Also, dandelion tea, milk thistle, bitter greens. This all helps detoxify and support the pathways. I think we should always be detoxing. That's my philosophy on detox. Also, blink, breathe, and break every 20 minutes. Every 20 minutes. Look 20 feet away and look for 20 seconds. And then back to, down for 20 seconds. So it's 20, 20, 20 is the rule. So blink, breathe, and then break, right? So look away. So blink, breathe, look away 20 feet, and then break. Do it again. So 20, 20, 20. Every 20 minutes, look 20 feet away for 20 seconds. Deep breathing oxygenates the blood, feeding the optic nerve. So that's the key to bringing in the breath to the 20-20-20 rule. Here's some other things that help boost eye health. Red light therapy. So low-level red light, around 670 nanometers, has been shown to improve retinal energy metabolism. Bilberry and astaxanthin. How do you say that? I always forget how to say that. It's a potent antioxidant. It is in the our product line of the Caro Max, I believe it's called. I believe it's called this. It's like Cartomax. Cartomax. It's in that. So it's a potent antioxidant that supports capillary strength and reduces visual fatigue. Oh my gosh, you guys, I'm getting totally tongue-tied. Protein for collagen. The eyes depend on collagen. Again, another reason why I'm always pushing protein, right? 1 gram of protein per pound of body weight. You got to get your protein in. Your body needs it, especially as we're getting older. We need more protein to maintain our muscle mass and the quality of movement in our body. So the eyes depend on collagen for structural integrity. So don't skimp on quality protein and collagen. Also, nitric oxide support compounds that improve microcirculation. So that's in the cellular reset, and it can enhance blood flow to the eyes as well. So don't overlook eyesight. It kind of sneaks up on you, I feel like. I didn't have any problems with my eyesight for so long. And then it just felt like one day I woke up and I was having issues. I was having to hold my phone or the menu way out here. It seemed like to me it happened overnight. And I think all these things, I truly believe this, all these things that we experience in aging is not necessarily something that we have absolutely no control over. I think if we are mindful about nutrifying our body, I think we just get to a point where we're deficient in things. And when we're deficient for a long period of time, I always use this as a visual, but like we're digging a deficiency hole in the ground. Right? We just keep digging the hole, deficiency, and the body keeps going for us because it's amazing. But we are deficient. And then when we start filling in the hole with nutrition, then a lot of these things can be rectified. It's a matter of just being mindful about filling the hole and patience, right? Because it takes a while to fill the hole. But as soon, every time you take your supplementation or every time you make a choice, a mindful choice to eat more protein or, get more colorful vegetables into your diet, you're putting a shovelful into the deficiency that's there, right? A shovelful of dirt in the hole, if you will. So you're replenishing it. So think about that. You got to be patient. You got to pick the path that makes the most sense to you, right? Pick the path that makes the most sense to you. And for goodness sake, stay on the path. I know there's distraction. You hear about the latest and greatest, newest thing here, there, everywhere. Oh, I just got to do this. I just got to do that. But what ends up happening is people are just end up chasing things and they never really get their results because they're moving from one thing to the next thing to the next thing. Commit to a path. Okay. Commit to it. High protein, low to no carbohydrates, right? Healthy fats, movement, stress management, Nutrify, supplement, and add some of these extras if you can. Things like red light therapy, right? Add the extras when you can. But the most important thing you can do is get on the path. Decide the very important stuff. Get on track with that. The other things we can play with as needed, ongoing. That's what the health text line is for. And that's what my assessments are for. So we sit together and figure out the complicated stuff. But working on the fun foundation, we can do that pretty quickly. You've been listening to Naturally Inspired Radio. I'm Tammy Cuthbert Garcia. I'm so glad you joined me today. I'll be back tomorrow at 3 o'clock. See you then.